Do you know you need the best confirmation entry strategy for forex trading? Here is the truth. Most traders lose money because they enter too early. They see price moving, they panic. They jump in and boom, the market reverses. That is called getting trapped. And the market does this on purpose in order to take liquidity. What if I show you the best confirmation entry strategy for forex trading, crypto trading, synthetic indices, and all kinds of financial markets, and how to stop entering trades too early, right before the big move starts? So in this video, I'm going to break down how confirmation entry works, why most traders get trapped, and how you can start taking high probability trades like a professional that you are, yeah? Make sure you watch this video to the end because I will show you the exact setup you can start using with the best confirmation entry strategy for forex trading immediately. So with no further ado, let's just delve in here. So as you can see this illustration, or let me just make use of this. We can still make use of the both, or let's face this one first. As you can see this illustration, right? You can see the market is buying here. So how do you get a sniper entry? How do you get it? You know, market just broke out from this side, so we have our order block probably somewhere here, yeah. Somewhere here, okay. So how do you get the best or out of the rest? First thing first, know your directional bias, which we can see the market is literally buying right here. As you can see, you don't need anybody to tell you this market is buying. Why? Because you can see market just broke out from this high here, okay. So after you know your directional bias, second thing is for you to mark your POI, your key level point. Some people call it POI, point of interest. Some people call it key level. Some people call it order block. Whatever you like that you call it in your region, or whatever you know you can remember best, you can call it, okay. Like I do say, the most important thing is that you should be able to recognize how to apply it practically on the financial market chart, okay. So second thing, you mark your POI, okay, or your order block, whatever. After you might have marked it, you need to wait patiently. You have to be very patient here. You need to wait for market to come back to your order block, okay. So when market, when market reaches your order block, you need a change of character to occur, okay. You need a change of character to occur, yeah. So you need to wait for a choke, yeah. That is the third thing that you need to wait for. First thing, directional bias. Second thing, you mark your order block. Third thing, when market reaches your POI, then you wait for a choke, okay. That's actually fine like that, yeah. So now, if you can see this illustration clearly, you can see market broke out from here. First thing, we see a reversal. Market is giving us a counter trend to our POI, as you can see. So market came back to our POI right here. Then what do you see after that? We see market shifting structure to the upside, okay. And also let me quickly chip in this before you see a choke. Some people call it change of character, some people call it change the state of delivery, some people call it market structure shift. Whatever you call it in your region is fine by you, yeah. So now what I wanted to say something, yeah. What did I want to say? Okay, I wanted to say that before you see a choke, you need a liquidity. Is either you see a liquidity sweep or a liquidity run, okay. So we have a liquidity sweep here or a liquidity run before we see this choke. Then after this choke, some people can buy. After the choke, they might buy, waiting for market to fill their value gap that is here or something, okay. And also let me chip in this very fast, okay. I just remember that when you see a choke, you need a momentum. Like you need a very good momentum, okay. Market needs to break that choke. It needs to break it very well. Like a candlestick should break it very well, okay. Not just the liquidity sweep. If you see a liquidity sweep, that is not a breakout, okay. So you need candle closing above the high very well, okay, or the low, whatever the trend may be, yeah. So that is what I wanted to chip in before, okay. So now market has broken out from our recent counter lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, high. So we have a choke. Immediately you see a choke like this, you can just buy the market, okay. can buy the market, you can wait for a pullback to your fair value gap, then you buy your market and target, target wherever you want to, target. Okay, so just like this, very simple, easy peasy, no stress. Okay, I have a video on breaker block. I explained something about breaker block. I think I should be dropping it at the end of this video, so you can just go view the video, because if you actually have seen the breaker block video, you would understand this part very very well. Yeah, so like I was saying, you can actually buy when you see a choke to the upside, but make sure your choke qualifies. Like, what do I mean? I mean, when you see a choke like this, make sure your choke is accompanied with a liquidity sweep or a liquidity run. Don't just trade a choke without a liquidity sweep or a liquidity run. What I'm trying to say is something like this. Let me draw something like this. Okay, let's say the market has been giving us a counter pullback like this. Yeah, so you now see something like this. You now call it a choke. This is not a valid choke for me. I don't know for other people. For me, it is not a why this low is respected. Market is not breaking this low. I'm not seeing a liquidity sweep or a liquidity run on this low before breaking this high, so it is not valid. The most valid high is this one. If market break this high without a liquidity sweep, I can count it as a choke, but this one is a no for me. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to say here. So let's continue. So after the choke, then you just buy your market or sell your market, depend on the trend. But let me add one thing. This one is kind of the more conservative. After a choke, I always tell people to wait for a BOS, because BOS confirms market reversal. I have a video too on trend reversal here. It's still on this channel. You can just go to the videos on this channel and check it out. Okay, so, and I might still probably add it to the end of the video if I remember. Yeah, so I used to say something: whenever you see a choke, wait for a BOS. A choke simply means market is telling you that, though market is trying to pass the message that it's like I want to change trend, but a BOS confirms it. Okay, a BOS like this confirms the change of the trend totally. Okay, a choke is just like a 50% confirmation that market wants to change trend, but a BOS confirms it like 90% assurance that, okay, I'm changing this trend 90%. Okay, so I used to tell people, when you see a choke, wait for a BOS for a perfect trade setup. Okay, so that is just it. So after this BOS, if you've seen my breaker block, you will understand you should be buying from here. Be buying from somewhere here. Then after that BOS, then you put your buy limit here, or other block, or your fair value gap, whatever. Then you still target the same external range liquidity. So it is just as simple as that. That's how to that this is the best confirmation entry strategy you can ever see anywhere. Okay, this is the best confirmation entry you can ever see. Let's quickly see this. I don't want the video to be too long here. Let's see this bearish momentum too. Same thing still applies. Okay, same thing still applies. So we have a breakout here. Then when market came back to this side, what can you see? Guys? We have a liquidity sweep here. Market swept liquidity here. Then after that, what happened? We see a choke. The market make a pullback here to somewhere here. Yeah, then we have a BOS. Okay, so it is still the same thing. So if you still want to sell immediately after the choke, just mark your whatever, then you sell from there to the downside. Okay, you sell from there like this to the downside. Okay, your stop loss above the choke high. But like I said, choke is kind of 50% assurance that the market is going to change the trend completely. But when you see a BOS, you already know the market is telling you, I'm ready to change trend totally. That is just the main. So if you see a BOS like this, you can just go check the other breaker block breaker block video. Then you just sell your market from the breaker block and target wherever you want to target. Okay, so that is just how simple this thing is. So let's check the real chart. Don't forget the rules. Number one, you need to know your bias. You need to know the direction of the trend. Number two, what is number two? Somebody should comment the number 2 in the comment section. You mark your order block or your POI or whatever. Then number 3, you wait for a choke that is accompanied with what? With a liquidity sweep or a liquidity run. And number 4 is for more conservative entries, you can wait for a BOS. Then you trade the chart, okay? So let's check an example here. I think this is 4 hours time frame. Okay, you can actually apply this on any time frame, but make sure you are using the bigger picture. Okay, make sure you are using the bigger time frame for perfect, perfect result. Okay, so now as you can see here, we see a BOS here, then we have another block right here, very clear right here. And if you are using a 4 hours for your buyers, definitely 1 hour is going to be your trend time frame, whereby 15 minutes is going to be your confirmation entry time frame. I think I've explained something about multi-time frame analysis, so you can still check the video. You will see they have explained something about this, so I don't need to go there. If you need the knowledge, just go check the YouTube channel, check under the videos. You will see best multi-time frame strategy or whatever. You will see there. Okay, when you watch that, you will understand it. So go to 15 minutes for your confirmation entry. Okay, what's up? Go to 15 minutes for your confirmation entry. This is 30 minutes. I need 15 minutes. I think the chart is not showing. Okay, let me go to 30 minutes. I can still make use of 30 minutes. In fact, I even like making use of 4 hours and 30 minutes for all of my analysis. Yeah, I like it a lot because there will be no noise. Everything is going to be perfect, showing perfectly on the chart. So as you can see, 30 minutes is fine. So you can see when market broke out, market make a pullback like we said. You mark your order block, which is this side here. So market came back to our order block, right? So after that, don't forget the rules. You need a liquidity sweep accompanied with the choke. Then we have a choke, right? This one for me is a liquidity sweep for me. This is a major inducement for this breakout. This is the original breakout here. So this was the last high. The market must not break as at this point when market was here. So this one is a major inducement. I have a video on major inducement too. You can just go to the channel and go to the videos. You will see it there. Okay, I can't add everything to the video at the end of the video, so you just have to go to the video section and check them out one by one. Okay, because if you are not checking them out, you might not really understand, but if you check them out, you understand all this time I'm saying here. So this is a major inducement, so I'm not going to be taking this as a choke. Okay, so market just took out this major inducement. Then the most important thing is that market did what? Market came back and read out this low. This is a liquidity sweep. That's what I'm saying. Let me zoom it. Let me zoom it. Let me zoom it. We need to see it. Can you see? Very beautiful liquidity sweep. Yeah, on 30 minutes. I know on 1 hour or 2 hours it's going to be this is a liquidity run rather. This is a liquidity run on 30 minutes, but I know on 1 hour or 2 hours it's going to be a liquidity sweep. Okay. So this is what we need. We've seen that. That is the first thing for you to know. Then after that, what happened? Let me go back to that side. So after that, what happened? You can see we have a protected eye here. So this is a protected eye. What happened? Market just, market disrespect this protected eye. So the protected eye was disrespected. Okay. So now, how are you going to enter the market? Like I said, when you see a choke like this, you can determine to enter from any available order block, but make sure your stop loss is going to be below this low. That is the most important thing. Okay. So now we have another block here on 30 minutes. You can go to the higher time frame for better order blocks. Yeah, you can go to, let's check 4 hours. If 4 hours has a very, very presentable order block right here, if 4 hours should have, you should be using it. I don't think there is any, there's no other block. There's no other block here. There's no other block. Let's go to 2 hours. Let's go to 2 hours for better order blocks. Okay. Okay. This is a breakout. Any other blocks? No other blocks. We have another block here, but I won't consider this one, I won't consider this. I won't consider this, and I can still consider it. Okay, but if I'm considering it, then my entry is going to be here, while my stop loss is going to be below this low. That is just it. Okay, I can still consider it because I've seen a confirmation already that the market is going to buy, so I don't need to be panic. The only thing I need is just to manage my risk accordingly. So the only thing is for you to trade, is to put the kind of money that you know that you can afford to risk. Okay, so let's assume I'm not going to be making use of that other block. Let's assume I'm not going to be making use of that other block. Why? There is a reason why I said I'm not going to be making use of that other block. The reason is because I'm seeing a minor inducement here. This is a minor inducement. Okay, this is a minor inducement. So you need to check the video of major and minor inducement so that you can understand these terms I'm saying here. Okay, so that's a minor inducement. That's why I said I won't, I won't be marking this as another block, or I can probably put my entry in on this liquidity side. Yeah, I can put my entry there, but I need another block first. Let's see if we are going to see. Let's see if we are going to see another block for you to enter the trade. Okay, let's see if we are going to see. Hmm. This is the only valid order block, but this order block is sitting where is sitting uh alongside with this minor inducement. So let's go to 30 minutes if we're gonna see. Let's go to 30 minutes if we're gonna see. Let's go to 30 minutes if we're gonna see. You can go to any time frame for you to get what you want. Don't be too hasty to execute a trade. Don't forget you are putting in your money. You are putting in dollars, okay? So be very, very careful. Nice one. I can see a other block here. Yeah, we have another block here. This one, very beautiful, sitting just below that minor inducement. That's what I'm saying. You can see we have another block here. Okay, sitting below this minor inducement, and we still have another one here too. There's another block here too. There's another block here too. But I'll prefer this. Okay, I'll prefer that. Why? Because the other block is sitting below the minor inducement. So I'll just buy. That is if I'm buying. That is if I'm buying after a choke. Okay. You know I told you something about a choke. I said choke is just like 50% assurance that the market is ready to reverse. Okay. I said something like that. Yeah. So I can just buy from there. Then target wherever I want to be targeting. Okay. Definitely I should be targeting the external range liquidity, because I know the market is going to fly like a bird in the sky. So I can be targeting internal range or external range wherever I like. It depends on the trader that is trading. I can decide to target internal range and I can decide to target external range. So if you want to trade your own trade, target wherever you want to target, okay? So that is it. But I know the market is still gonna fly to this high. Yeah. Because the market is buying, it's still gonna fly to the high. So I can decide to still hold it to this side, whatever. Depends on the kind of trader that is trading. So the way we attack emotions are very, very different. Okay. So that is it. So I'll just be buying from there, from here, then target wherever I want to target. That is by the way. Okay. So let me delete this. Now we have a BOS. Yeah. This is a BOS. You know I told you something about that. So this is a BOS. So the BOS confirms that the market wants to skyrocket. Can you see after that BOS what happened? The market skyrocketed. Can you see? The market skyrocketed. So and also another thing is that if I mark my order block, if I don't want to buy immediately after this choke, even if I'm not even mark, let's even assume that I'm not even marking any other block, but I've seen a choke, what am I still going to be waiting for? I'm still going to be waiting for another choke, which happened here. This is a lower low, lower high, then lower low, accompanied with what? Liquidity sweep. Don't play with that. Then we see a choke again. This is the choke. So if I want to buy, let's assume I'm not even buying at all. I will just buy after the close of this candle, then put my stop loss below this low, this liquidity low, then target wherever I want to target. Can you see? It's a simple confirmation. This is the best confirmation entry strategy in forex trading that you can never see anywhere. Okay, it is the best. It is the best. If you agree it is the best, just put just drop a comment section, like just drop a comment in the comment section rather. Okay, so this is just the best thing that you can see anywhere. So as you can see, the market skyrocketed to the upside. So that is just it. Very, very simple. Very, very simple. You just need to attack the market the way it is, okay? You need to attack the market the way it is, okay? So that is it. I don't know if you can see maybe one. Let me see if you can see another kind of example. Another kind of example. Let's check V10. If you can see, I even have an analysis on this already. Can you see? We have a BOS to the upside. Then you wait for market to come back to your other block. I mark the other block. Yeah, I mark the other block. Mark the other block here. Let's go to 4 hours first. Let's see. Yeah, I took this trade anyways. I took the trade. Yeah, I took the trade with this best confirmation entry strategy I'm giving you guys. So can you see, this is a very beautiful order block sitting right here. I know you can see it. So I just mark it, then I wait for a pullback on my 30 minutes. I told you I like making use of 4 hours and 30 minutes. I like making use of it because there will be no noise on the charts. You will see everything clearly. So it's the very best, okay? So I was waiting for market to come back to my other block, okay? I was waiting for market to come back to my other block. So market came in, but something happened there. This is the reason why I told you choke alone is not enough for you to trade. Yeah, it's not enough for you to we have a BOS here, then we have a choke here. Can you see? But what happened? Market later came back and run out this low, turn that low to what? To liquidity, to mitigate the original order block. Can you see? So that's why I said after a choke, you can still wait patiently for market to give you another kind of choke, something like this, like what I drew the other time on volatility 25. Okay, so after a choke, you can still wait for market to give you something like this. You still need another kind of a liquidity run. Then when you see a choke like this, then you buy from here, then market will fly to your side. Okay, that is how to be more safer after a choke has been formed. After you might have seen a choke on your chart, you can just wait for another kind of choke again, accompanied with liquidity sweep or liquidity run. Very, very important. Okay, so but as you can see this chart now, you can see we didn't see anything like that. Anything like that didn't happen. As you can see, market just keeps breaking recent lows. There was no any choke again. Recent lows, until when market clear this low, we see this minor inducement. I told you guys you need to watch the video I made on inducement. You need to watch it. So this was the minor inducement. Market took it out. After that, we see a liquidity run here too. The market gave us a BOS. So I bought from here. After this BOS, I bought. So I just buy after this close of this candle. Then my stop loss was below this low. Then I was targeting the external range liquidity. Like this. So that was where I was targeting. So my stop loss was below this low. Then I targeted this external range liquidity here. Okay. So this was where I targeted, and that was how I took the trade. You can see that is the power of you waiting for choke and BOA sometimes. Okay, it's very, very important. I didn't been on this trade. I didn't been here. After we might have seen this, the market make a pullback like this, then we see a BOS like this. It is very, very good. It's very, but you cannot buy again because market has already eaten your take profit. Yeah, you cannot buy again. We have two type of take profit. We have the realistic take profit, which is the recent high or recent low of where market is making a pullback, and we have an anticipated take profit. Anticipated take profit in the sense that everybody, we already know that this is our original take profit, but now you are still putting another take profit here. That is just an anticipated take profit because it is not real. Market might sign on to come there, then reverse. So it is better for you to put your take profit at the most realistic take profit and leave the market for who get am. Okay, so that is just how it works. Yeah, I think I've been able to disseminate the information about the best confirmation entry strategy for forex trading for crypto. for synthetic indices on daily, volatility, crash and boom, whatever. I think I've been able to disseminate a very nice information about confirmation entry in this financial market to you guys. Okay, so you can also, so like I said, you can also go to your chart and back test if you like, confirm them, and you will see it's very miraculous. Okay, thanks for watching, and make sure you share this video to your family and friends, and to anybody that is still struggling on the financial market chart or probably on technical analysis. Make sure you share this video to them, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Drop your comments, whatever that is bothering you. You can drop any topics for us, and we are going to cover it just like we are covering this right now. Okay, most importantly, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel, because we drop a very new technical analysis topics every time. Thanks. Bye.